I remember the day I found out. Funny how those moments get burned into your memory. The ones that change everything. Like a bullet frozen midair before it rips through you. It started on a Wednesday. I had taken the afternoon off work because I wasn't feeling well, just a cold, nothing serious, and figured I'd surprise Laura, my wife of 8 years, with lunch from her favorite deli downtown. She worked from home most days, editing copy for some fancy lifestyle magazine. So I thought I'd drop by, kiss on the forehead, and play the perfect husband. But as I pulled into our driveway, something felt off. The blinds in our bedroom were shut. Laura was a creature of sunlight. She always said it gave her energy. So seeing those blinds drawn in the middle of the afternoon sent a chill through me. I opened the front door quietly, maybe too quietly, because what I heard next will haunt me until the day I die. A man's voice deep low, then Laura's giggle. That soft, breathy laugh I used to live for, followed by a hushed, "We shouldn't be doing this." The food I was holding hit the floor, turkey and avocado on rye spilled out, a twisted symbol of my shattered reality. I don't remember much about the seconds that followed. My body moved on autopilot. My legs carried me up the stairs like they didn't belong to me anymore. My heart pounded so hard it felt like it might burst from my chest. Cold sweat dripped down my neck. I didn't open the bedroom door right away. I didn't need to. I heard them. When I finally swung the door open, it was like stepping into a horror movie. Laura was tangled in our sheets, her face ghost white when she saw me. The guy, a tall, bearded stranger, scrambled for his pants like some cliche out of a bad sitcom. He didn't even look at me. Coward. Laura clutched the sheets to her chest. "It's not what it looks like, Drew." I blinked at her, my wife, as if she were a stranger. "Not what it looks like?" My voice fell hollow. "Laura, I'm not an idiot." Her face crumpled, tears pooling in her eyes. It was just one mistake, Drew. Please. Just one stupid mistake. One mistake. As if that made it better. I turned and walked out of the house without another word. I didn't know where I was going. Just that I couldn't stay there. Not one more second. That night, I stayed at my brother Chris's place. He's a tough love type, and when I told him what happened, he didn't hold back. "You need to leave her, Drew. Don't let her weasel her way back in with excuses." I didn't respond, because it wasn't that simple, was it? 8 years of marriage doesn't disappear overnight. Love doesn't just evaporate, even when it should. The next morning, I went home. Laura was waiting in the kitchen, her face blotchy and tear-streaked. She'd made coffee, as if that would fix anything. "I'm so sorry, Drew," she whispered. "It meant nothing. It was a stupid, selfish mistake. I'll do anything to make it right." I stared at her for a long time. She looked small, fragile, like the weight of her guilt might crush her. And against every ounce of pride I had, I said, "Okay." I let her believe we could fix it. I played the role of the forgiving husband, the noble man who could rise above betrayal. For weeks, I nodded through counseling sessions, listened to her tearful apologies, and let her promise she'd spend the rest of her life making it up to me. "You're stronger than most men," our counselor said one afternoon. Strong, right? Laura had no idea what was coming. The first thing I did was hire a lawyer, a damn good one. Over the next month, I quietly built my case. Turns out, cheating has consequences when you live in a state with at-fault divorce laws. While Laura cried about how she couldn't live with herself, I was collecting evidence. I found the guy's name, Todd Patterson. Married, 2 kids, real stand-up guy. I documented everything. The texts I found on Laura's phone while she slept, the late-night calls, even emails where she told him she was sick of her boring marriage. That one stung. Once I had what I needed, I wrote the note. Short, simple. "Laura, you're right. It was just one mistake. But you'll spend the rest of your life regretting it." I left it on her pillow. Then I set my plan in motion. Friday night, while Laura was out, I packed everything I care about into my car, which, honestly, wasn't much. Some clothes, my laptop, the watch my grandfather left me. Everything else, she could keep. Before I left, I deleted every photo of us from the walls, cleared our shared bank account. the one I had spent years funneling my paycheck into, and transferred it to a new account in my name only. My lawyer assured me I was entitled to it. But that wasn't the best part. The best part came when I sent the email to Todd's wife. I don't know what kind of chaos unfolded at Todd's house that night, but I imagine it wasn't pretty. I attached screenshots of his text with Laura, along with a short note. I thought you deserved to know who your husband really is. Then I blocked Laura's number. By the time she got home and found the empty house, the note on her pillow, the missing photos, and my number disconnected, it was too late. I was long gone. The fallout was spectacular. Laura showed up at Chris's place 2 days later, mascara streaked down her face. "I can't believe you did this," she sobbed. "You just left, without even trying to fix things." I looked at her, calm as could be. "I did try, Laura. You're the one who gave up on us. I'm just finishing what you started. But it was just one mistake." I smiled. One mistake that cost you everything. She didn't have a response to that. In the end, I got the house and the divorce. Todd lost his job when his wife forwarded my email to his boss. Apparently, workplace affairs violate some ethics clause. Laura moved into a one-bedroom apartment downtown. I heard through the grapevine that she tried dating again, but it didn't go well. Word gets around in a small town. As for me, I moved on. It wasn't easy. 8 years is a long time, but it felt damn good to start over, knowing I hadn't let her walk all over me. People say revenge doesn't solve anything. They're wrong. It solved everything. A year later, I ran into Laura at the grocery store. She looked different. Older, somehow, like the weight of her choices had finally caught up with her. "Hi, Drew," she said softly, as if unsure she had the right to speak to me. I nodded politely. "Laura," an awkward silence stretched between us before she whispered, "I still think about you, about what I did. I'm so sorry." I met her gaze, and for the first time, I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, just peace. "I hope you learn from it, Laura. I really do." Then I walked away, leaving her standing there in the cereal aisle, clutching a box of Cheerios like it was the only thing holding her together. Some mistakes you can't come back from. She learned that the hard way.